Ever wondered how your relationships with your parents affect your romantic relationships? It might surprise you, but the echoes of our childhood experiences resonate in our adult relationships, shaping our expectations, communication styles, and overall approach to love. Picture this. As a child, you're like a sponge, soaking up every experience, every interaction, and every emotion. These early experiences, especially those involving our parents, become ingrained in us. They form the backbone of our understanding of relationships, influencing how we perceive love, trust, and intimacy. Imagine your childhood as a storybook. Each page tells a tale of interactions with your parents, shaping your understanding of love and relationships. The chapters of this book become the blueprint of your romantic relationships. They guide your partner selection, how you resolve conflicts, and even how you express intimacy. For instance, let's say you grew up in a household where open communication was not encouraged. This experience might lead you to become an adult who struggles with expressing emotions or resolving conflicts effectively. On the other hand, if you were raised in an environment filled with warmth and open dialogue, you might find it easier to communicate and resolve issues in your romantic relationships. These are not hard and fast rules, but patterns that psychologists and relationship experts have observed over time. Our past experiences don't doom us to a certain romantic fate, but they certainly influence our approach to love and relationships in subtle and not-so-subtle ways. It's like a puzzle, where each piece represents an aspect of our childhood experiences. As we grow and navigate through life, these pieces come together, forming the picture of our romantic relationships. Sometimes the picture is harmonious and balanced, and other times it might be a bit chaotic or disjointed. But the beauty of it is that we can change and adjust these pieces as we gain more self-awareness and understanding. Stay tuned to unravel the mysteries of how your past influences your present and future relationships. As we delve deeper into this topic, we'll uncover the intricate ways our parental relationships shape our romantic lives and explore how we can channel this understanding into creating healthier, more fulfilling connections. Let's delve into the world of attachment styles. This fascinating field of study explores how our early interactions with parents or primary caregivers shape the way we connect with others in our adult lives. There are three primary attachment styles: secure, anxious, and avoidant. Let's break them down. Firstly, we have the secure attachment style. Those with secure attachments typically had caregivers who were consistently available and responsive to their needs. As adults, they tend to form healthy, balanced relationships. They're comfortable with intimacy and independence, balancing the two in a way that's beneficial for both themselves and their partners. Next is the anxious attachment style. This style often arises when caregivers are inconsistently available or unpredictable. As adults, these individuals might find themselves overly preoccupied with their relationships. They may fear rejection or abandonment, often requiring constant reassurance from their partners. Finally, we have the avoidant attachment style. This comes from a childhood where emotional needs were frequently not met, leading to a sense of self-reliance at an early age. As adults, they may struggle with intimacy, often keeping their partners at an emotional distance. But why does this matter? Well, understanding your attachment style can provide insights into your relationship patterns. It can explain why you react a certain way in romantic relationships, or why you're drawn to certain types of partners. For instance, those with an anxious attachment style may find themselves drawn to avoidant partners, creating a cycle of unmet needs and dissatisfaction. On the other hand, two securely attached individuals may find it easier to build a relationship based on mutual trust and respect. Of course, these are generalizations. We are complex beings, and our relationships reflect that complexity. However, gaining an understanding of attachment styles can be a valuable tool in navigating the intricate maze of romantic relationships. It's important to remember that attachment styles aren't set in stone. They're not a life sentence. With self-awareness and intentional work, it's entirely possible to shift towards a more secure attachment style. Incorporating insights from experts in the field, we can further understand how these styles impact our relationships. They provide strategies for recognizing and addressing these patterns, allowing us to build healthier, more fulfilling connections. Understanding your attachment style can indeed open doors to healthier relationships. Communication, the lifeline of any relationship. It's a skill we learn early on, modeled by those around us. Our parents are our first teachers, showing us how to express our feelings, needs, and desires. But what happens when these early lessons are fraught with tension, misunderstanding, or silence? Our communication patterns are deeply ingrained, often mirroring those of our parents. If we observed our parents avoid difficult conversations or explode in anger, we might find ourselves doing the same in our adult relationships. Alternatively, if our parents navigated conflicts with respect and understanding, we're likely to bring these healthy habits into our own romantic partnerships. It's important to remember that these patterns are not our destiny. We can learn new ways of communicating, ways that foster understanding and intimacy. We can choose to express our emotions fully, to listen deeply, and to resolve conflicts with compassion. Remember, healthy communication is key to a flourishing relationship. Our parents, our first role models. They are the ones who first show us what love looks like, what commitment means, and how gender roles play out in a relationship. Without us even realizing it, these early experiences become the blueprint for our own romantic relationships in adulthood. Let's start by considering gender roles. If you grew up with parents who adhered strictly to traditional gender roles, you might find yourself expecting the same from your partner. On the other hand, if you were raised in a household where responsibilities were shared equally, this might shape your belief that both partners should contribute equally in a relationship. Now let's talk about love and commitment. Our parents' relationship provides our initial understanding of what it means to love someone and to be committed to them. If our parents showed each other affection, respect, and support, we're more likely to expect and seek out these qualities in our own relationships. But if our parents' relationship was fraught with conflict, distrust, or indifference, we might unconsciously anticipate the same dynamics in our own romantic relationships. Equally important are our expectations. These are often shaped by our childhood experiences. For instance, if you were constantly seeking validation from your parents, you might find yourself doing the same in your romantic relationships. Similarly, if you experienced abandonment or rejection in your childhood, you might live in constant fear of these in your adult relationships. These expectations can significantly impact the dynamics of our relationships, often in ways we don't fully understand. But here's the good news. Recognizing these influences isn't a sentence to a doomed romantic future. Quite the contrary. It's a key to understanding ourselves better and improving our relationships. By becoming aware of how our parents' relationships have shaped our beliefs about gender roles, love, commitment, and our expectations, we can start to question, challenge, and ultimately change these patterns. Awareness of these expectations and beliefs can help you navigate your romantic relationships better. And with this awareness, we can consciously decide what we want our relationships to look like, rather than unconsciously following a script written by our past. This is the first step towards building healthier, more fulfilling connections. Now that we understand the impact, how can we improve our romantic relationships? Let's start with self-awareness. It's more than knowing your favorite color or what makes you tick. It's about understanding your attachment style, your communication patterns, and how these were shaped by your early experiences. It's about recognizing how you've been influenced and being honest about the areas you'd like to improve. Therapeutic intervention is another powerful tool. It's not a sign of weakness, but a step towards healing. Professional therapists or counselors can provide a safe space to explore your feelings and experiences, helping you unpack and address deep-seated issues. They can guide you in understanding your past, freeing you to shape your future. Communication skills training is invaluable. It's not just about talking, it's about truly connecting. It's about learning to actively listen, to empathize, and to express your emotions effectively. It's about turning conflicts into opportunities for growth and understanding. Education is a lifelong journey. There are countless resources available: books, workshops, online courses that focus on relationship dynamics and personal growth. These can provide insights, strategies, and tools to help you navigate the complexities of love and intimacy. Lastly, setting boundaries is essential. This isn't about shutting people out, but about defining your values and expectations. It's about standing up for yourself and creating a healthy balance between give and take in your relationships. We've had the privilege of speaking with renowned experts in the field. Dr. Jane Doe, a leading psychologist, reminds us that change isn't always easy, but it's always possible. It starts with a decision, a commitment to oneself. It's about taking ownership of your life and your relationships. And Professor John Doe, a respected relationship coach, emphasizes that improvement is a journey, not a destination. It's about constant learning, growing, and adapting. It's about being kind to yourself and others along the way. So as we embark on this journey of self-improvement, let's keep these wise words in mind. Let's strive to build healthier, more fulfilling connections. Let's embrace the challenge and the opportunity to grow. Remember, change begins with you. In conclusion, the relationship we share with our parents significantly influences our adult romantic relationships. It's crucial to remember that our early interactions with our parents mold our expectations, communication styles, and overall approach to love. These experiences manifest in our partner selection, conflict resolution, and intimacy. Our attachment styles, whether secure, anxious, or avoidant, impact how we form connections. Similarly, our parents' communication patterns can affect how we express emotions and resolve conflicts. Moreover, our parents' relationships serve as role models, shaping our beliefs about gender roles, love, and commitment. However, it's not all set in stone. We can consciously influence our future relationships through self-awareness, therapeutic intervention, and improved communication skills. Educating ourselves about relationship dynamics and setting healthy boundaries also play a vital role in creating fulfilling relationships. Remember, understanding your past is the first step towards a healthier, happier future. So take that step. Understanding your past can definitely pave the way for a healthier, happier future in your romantic relationships. Please subscribe to know more about the most frequently asked questions about relationships, and let me know what yours are. Thank you for watching.